My beloved brothers and sisters, let me be honest with you from the very beginning. This reminder will make you uncomfortable because it removes excuses. It takes away the blame and it puts the responsibility exactly where it belongs. For too long we say, Shaitaan made me do it. Shaitan whispered, Shaitan tempted, Shaitan trapped me. But listen carefully. If Shaitan forced you, Allah would never hold you accountable. And Allah is perfectly just. So today, I am not here to comfort your nafs. I am here to wake your conscience. My brothers and sisters, let us begin by correcting a misunderstanding that silently destroys growth. Shaitan does not own you. He does not possess you. He does not hijack your body and force you to act against your will. If that were the case, accountability would collapse, judgment would be unjust, and reward and punishment would be meaningless. But Allah is perfectly just, and He never judges someone for something they had no control over. Shaitan has no remote control over your hands. He does not press a button and make you scroll. He does not grab your feet and walk you into places you know you should not be. He does not seize your tongue and make it say words you already knew were wrong. Shaitan has never had that power, and he never will. His role is far weaker than we make it. Allah tells us this clearly. Shaitan calls and people respond. That is it. He suggests, he decorates, he beautifies, he whispers, but he does not force. The decision is always yours. Think about it in the simplest possible way. If someone knocks on your door, the knock itself is harmless. A knock does not break your lock. A knock does not push the door open. A knock only becomes a problem when you choose to stand up, walk over, and open the door yourself. Shaitan knocks. You decide whether the door stays shut or swings wide open. An invitation is not compulsion. A temptation is not a command. A whisper is not a shove. And deep down, every single one of us knows this. That moment before the sin, that pause, that inner hesitation you felt, that uncomfortable awareness, that was proof you still had control. That was proof you could have walked away. But here is where honesty becomes difficult, because it is easier to say Shaitan made me do it than to say I wanted this and I chose it. Blaming Shaitan protects the ego. It allows the nafs to feel innocent. It removes the sting of responsibility, but it also blocks growth. Allah did not warn us about Shaitan so we could use him as an excuse. Allah warned us about Shaitan so we could recognize his tactics and resist them. There is a difference between being aware of an enemy and surrendering to him. Awareness empowers you. Excuses weaken you. Shaitan himself will admit this on the day of judgment. He will not say, I forced them. He will not say, I controlled them. He will say, I called them and they responded. And then he will abandon everyone who blamed him. Imagine how embarrassing that moment will be when the very excuse you relied on refuses to defend you. My brothers and sisters, understand this carefully. The fact that Allah commands and forbids is itself proof that you have choice. Allah does not say, try not to sin if you can, but Allah says, do not, because you can. The fact that Allah rewards obedience and punishes disobedience proves that your actions are voluntary. No one is punished for being overpowered. And this is not meant to crush you. This is meant to empower you. Because if Shaitan truly controlled you, there would be no hope. But since he does not, change is always possible. When Shaitan whispers, you still choose whether to listen. When the temptation appears, you still choose whether to linger. When the opportunity comes, you still choose whether to step forward or turn away. These choices may feel small, but they shape your entire life. Many people think strength comes from eliminating temptation. That is not realistic. Even the prophets were tempted. Strength comes from refusing to obey the temptation. That refusal is worship. That resistance is Iman. That moment when you say no, even though you could say yes, is beloved to Allah. Do not underestimate those moments. Shaitan wants you to believe that once the thought enters your mind, the battle is already lost. That is a lie. The battle has only begun and you are not powerless in it. Allah gave you reason so you could pause. Allah gave you conscience so you could feel discomfort. Allah gave you guidance so you could remember consequences. Allah gave you free will, so your obedience would be meaningful. Shaitan cannot erase any of that. So when you fall, and we all fall, do not insult your own intelligence by pretending you had no choice. Say instead, I chose wrong and I want to choose better. That statement alone is the beginning of strength. Blaming Shaitan keeps you weak. Taking responsibility makes you dangerous to him. Because once you realize he only knocks, you stop opening the door. And once you stop opening the door, his whispers lose their power. That is where honesty begins. My brothers and sisters, if we are truly serious about change, then we must be brave enough to identify the real battlefield. It is not outside of you. It is not society. It is not people. And it is not even Shaitan. The real battlefield is inside your own chest. It is the nafs. Many people are comfortable talking about Shaitan because it feels external. It feels like an enemy attacking from the outside. But the nafs is more uncomfortable to confront because it feels personal. The nafs is not some foreign force. It is you, your desires, your impulses, your cravings, your need for comfort, your love of ease, your hatred of restraint. Shaitan whispers, yes. But the nafs decides whether the whisper is attractive or ignored. Shaitan plants the seed, but the nafs waters it. If the soil is dry, nothing grows. If the soil is fertile, the smallest whisper becomes a powerful urge. This is why some people hear the same temptation